game as well. I think, yep, same 3DD comp. Very exciting.
Yeehaw, indeed. Still, so basically we do see that one Venezia on both sides. Definitely curious where the Venezia is going. Last time we did see the Venezia paired up with the Smolin, but unfortunately there was no real radar call-in interplay kind of between Venezia going for DD hunting sort of stuff. And with the double Shimas on the POI side, we don't have any cool radar interaction necessarily. But still lots of radar across both teams.
Yep, the in a game setup where there are no carriers lighting up DDs, or the long range that we saw in Clan Battles Season 8 or 9, I forget which one it is, forgive me. The function of Venezia basically is to be there ready to clap a destroyer when a destroyer is lit either by radar or by another destroyer. They function pretty well on the flanks in that regard, as DDs oftentimes go to the flanks trying to get cheeky torpedoes off onto unsuspecting cruisers and battleships. So, coming in first from POI, we're going to see the basically a 3-cruiser setup going west. The Petro, the Des Moines, the Stalingrad going west, along with the Shimakaze of Diamond Lux and the Ohio of Ratondios, El Héroe Ratondios. And on the other side going, we got the Venezia, a Stalingrad, Kremlin, and a Shima going east for POI.
Yeah, Troy is once again they've kicked some NOS into their Marceau, so he's squealing out into B. Looks like he's already got a quarter cap, but nobody really has the radar pressure to do anything about it. It's kind of wondering with the whole pushing the Marceau into Bravo. Marceau technically has a worse detection than really any other DD on the map. I kind of thought maybe Diamond Lux would be able to see him, but Diamond Lux has eyes only for A, which means B is going to follow to Troya very quickly. Troy is moving their Shima, Stalin, Ohio, Venezia off to the A side, moving the rest over to C side. Still looks like about a minute before people take positions and start to trade shells.
Now, I'm curious to know, I think that Diamond Lux he's going to sit there. Diamond Lux coming to a full stop here just outside of B. I was thinking maybe that Diamond Lux was going to be going through the gap into A, and I actually was concerned that was going to be a major problem as the Stalingrad could light him. So shells coming out on the Petropavlovsk of Rubin, taking minor damage there, about 5,000 HP from a Stalingrad across the map. First torpedo waves going out. The Shimakaze of Mil Muertos from Troya, just throwing out some cheeky shots there, trying to get the Shimakaze of Diamond Lux if in fact he had stopped somewhere, which he did, although it doesn't know. Those are sort of just fire and forget torpedoes. Over in C, we've got the Shimakaze of Samael taking C against the small end of Adrian. Adrian obviously not wanting to get too invested, as there are multiple 12-kilometer radars on the map, needing to sort of find out where they are before he attempts to go into a cap. We'll see exactly how much pressure the small end attempts to put on the Shima. Oh no!
Yeah.
2 radars going off, the small end radar and the Petro radar going off at the exact same time. I don't know whether that was intentional, but they did actually catch the Shima.
Oh, and they got the reset. A few shells land into the Shima, resetting C, causing the Shima actually to start looking to bail. It's a little unfortunate that the small and Petra radared on top of each other, but they did get some effective damage out of it, which is at least useful. Little surprised to see Diamond Lux's Shima stopping on his way to A, so that he could chuck out some torps to just kind of watch. Maybe the POI side decided, let's go on the rabbit, see if they can kind of lure him down while taking some positions that shield them from the other damage in the south. Also surprised, Mil Muertos, not afraid to take aggressive positions, is not looking to contest A at all. If nobody touches that A cap, Ram's just going to hold his radar, and it's just going to be consistently delayed while Arimatea's Marceau moves up and starts taking the fight with the Shima.
This is real bad news for the Shima of Diamond Lux, as not too many ships, there is nothing able to return fire on the Marceau. The question is, will there be a radar to snatch Diamond Lux? I don't think so. I think the radar of Joshua is just a little too far out of range. Yes, by just about a kilometer at this point. Diamond Lux very likely going to be just fine there, as torpedoes from the Shima of Mil Muertos are moving up towards the Des Moines of Ram, but my guess is he will have either Hydro or something. Yes, he will. Oh my goodness. Dodging the torps, but just getting chunked by gunfire. Will he take a torpedo here?
Oh, he stopped.
Down goes Ram. First blood going to Troya.
That explains Mil Muertos' positioning, looking for that aggressive, cheeky shot. Granted, he could have done those torps from the A-cap, but the plan was to have the Marceau roll up and run on the inside of that island where nobody could shoot him. Even if he was radared, even if they knew where he was, nobody would be able to reset him, causing Troya to forcefully take cap number A.
That's right, and even though the radar of the Petropavlovsk did in fact light up the Marceau of Arimatea, there was nobody there to stop him. So once again, on 23,000 HP, the Marceau actually showing itself to be a very interesting choice in these games, as we're going to switch back over to A, as the Shimakaze of Samael has in fact snuck in and taken it, but now getting radared by the Rabbit Stalingrad. Will the Petro, Kremlin, and Smolensk of Troya be able to do something about this? One ship down for POOI, none for Troya. HP advantage still firmly in Troya's favor, but we'll see here. We'll see if Troya is able to capitalize and maintain this lead, or whether they get slapped, as the Stalingrad of the Rabbit is going to be taking hits from the Petro of Ruben from POOI.
Yeah, we've got both the cap lead, the points lead, and the health lead in favor of Troya at the moment, plus the ship lead with the death of that Des Moines. Over on the one line, Shima Torps as well as Venezia Torps coming out to try and dislodge that Stalin, as the Shima has moved forward to contest A, with no appreciable radar until Joshua is able to pull closer to get his full cap coverage. And we do have some shots coming out, not at the Shimakaze. It looks like he might actually be able to take this before Mil Muertos can come in to contest. Once again, C was actually taken by the aggressive moves of the Shimakaze, but Samael has chosen to bug out, having taken almost half his health and damage, possibly going to move and take Bravo.
Yeah, absolutely. One torpedo
shots
connecting.
Exchanging at A. Shots exchanging.
Oh,
there's the Shima
dear.
clapped by a Venezia. That was half his health in one shot. That's just mean.
And that's that's just mean. Now POOI down 2 ships, down also about 50,000 HP, down 1 cap. The A cap of, the A cap now firmly in the control of Troya. This is going to be very difficult for POOI to come back from. They need to get a hard, decisive advantage. Oh, and they may just get it, as the Venezia of Charlie Man clapping the Petropavlovsk with AP. It's great to see AP coming from a Venezia. 30,000 damage onto that Petropavlovsk. Torpedoes ongoing. Fire coming in from a Stalingrad as well. They may get the swing that they need. Oh, Venezia of Charlie Man going down to concentrated fire, but not before taking out the Petropavlovsk. Ay, Dios mío. ¿Qué estoy vemos? No, wait. Viendo. ¿Qué estoy viendo? Lo siento. Anyway, torpedoes hitting the Stalingrad of Davineo. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm so sorry. And Smolensk fire going out on the Kremlin. This is a heck of a match here. 50,000 HP differential, but oh my god. Nearly a 430 point differential in Troya's favor.
Yeah, that the health lead has actually taken a pretty large step closer, with a whole bunch of torps heading toward the Kremlin, but they do actually range out. Still with a decisive lead over at A, POOI is advancing. Kremlin is being ignored in favor of the Stalingrad with the lower health pool and the lesser heal. Stalingrad getting focused. Maybe he'll dive for an island just to try to move some focus away. Shimakaze move over taking B, so POOI is going to actually have a 2-cap lead. Real question is, what happens at A? We saw the Marceau make a really cheeky play last time, trying to run down and just YOLO torp some people, but they haven't gone for that. Mil Muertos' Shimakaze, known for his aggressive positioning, started to move on the Petra, but then turned back. It almost looks like Troya is going to get sectioned off into this A-cap, while POOI starts taking the rest of the map.
It's very possible. Some interesting play going on here. I want to point out the Smolensk now, 100% farming the Stalingrad of Divineo. This is where a Smolensk comes in extraordinarily well. Once the divisions are clear, when he knows he cannot really be clapped hard, he is now 100% farming the Stalingrad. Though his shots don't do a whole lot of damage, he basically is immune to a Stalingrad for the most part at this sort of engagement range. The Stalingrad,
that's gonna hurt.
20k to the Kremlin, very powerful, but I don't think it's going to be enough. As the Smolensk of Adrian just slowly chipping away at the Stalingrad of Divineo. We'll see. I think the 2 Kremlins are going to kiss. Are they going to kiss, or down goes the Stalingrad? But Scatman Magic getting the ram. Oh, that is it, folks.
Oh, no.
Very likely decisive in favor of TROYA.
It looked like POOI was actually trying to board out of the ram, noting that the Stalingrad got some really serious damage into the Kremlin, noting that the TROYA Kremlin had fired on that Stalin, no longer able to deal broadside damage to kill the Kremlin. That could have been an easy finish, but unfortunately, well, fortunately for TROYA, TROYA's Kremlin was able to get that nose around and into his enemy ship, causing that to be a heavy trade. Now, C is Smolin versus a Shimakaze. Smolin's going to win that gunfight, especially if the Shima blows smoke on accident out of muscle memory and just gets radared and killed.
Yep, absolutely. Another radar coming in from the Rabbit, not finding the Shima, I don't think. But yeah, this is looking very decisively in TROYA's favor as one lone Shimakaze. You can see there are actually 5 ships all converging on where they know him to be. Once that happens, they can completely wrap up the remaining ships of POOI, who are essentially trapped up here at A without the A cap. Ratondios obviously trying to clap this Venezia of Pixel Gamer, who is stuck over there a little bit. They may get him. Ooh, big hit. Not quite enough though. They needed to secure that secure that flank. Ooh, big hit. Yeah, Venezia taking a big hit down to just under 2,000 HP. Although torpedoes coming in on the Petropavlovsk of Rubin as the Shima goes down.
Well, the Shima fell, but they were at least able to get a Venezia for the trouble, so at least it was a bit of an exchange. That being said, now POOI is fully clustered in this top left section of the map, which means they're just waiting to be wrapped and shoved off of the caps. B is almost about to fall. C already in contest by the Smolin of Adrian. Pretty soon, that point triple cap is going to be on the side of TROYA, showing 2 minutes to go right now, soon to be about a minute 15, as those last 3 ships hold on for dear life.
Yep, now looking decisively in the favor of TROYA, very likely going to come away with a win here and move on to the next round playing tomorrow. Very fun games, though. Lots of fun from these 2 Spanish-speaking clans. I was told earlier they are Latino clans, is how they call it. I mistook one of them for Portuguese, and that was wrong. So I apologize. But Ratondios and Rubin just trying to hang on for dear life here against concentrated fire, torpedo spreads, all of that, but very well played to both clans. Fun games, lots of big plays, great to see. Makes our job easy, so thank you both.
Just to expand upon the story of the day, these 2 teams clashed head against head in the beginning of this day, where TROYA took the first game, then POOI took the second and the third. And here we are at the end of the day, seeing exactly the inverse of that. POOI taking the first game, TROYA the second, and TROYA the third. Definitely cool to see them mirror each other, although unfortunately one of the teams had to be knocked out. TROYA is going to be moving on. Sad times for POOI, but grats to TROYA for being able to take some pretty sweeping performance after those nasty early kills.
Yep, and look at that, the Shimakaze of Mil Muertos taking hit after hit, but not surviving. On we go. TROYA taking the game. And that is it. Congratulations. TROYA moves on. So, let's see if... I ended
up putting POOI as the winner.
So let's go ahead